Hi, I am so happy you're here. You guys, does this not look like the perfect pink and green palette? I think it might be. We are going to be testing out everything, which includes lashes, a sponge, a lip kit, and a blush. Instead of just doing some simple looks like I've been doing lately just to test it out, I really wanted to do something a little more creative and fun this time because this color story deserves it. There was really no other choice with this color story because I love it so much. This is truly one of my favorite color combos, and when I saw this revealed, I swear I gasped. That's not an overreaction. That's not being dramatic. I'm pretty sure I did actually gasp. That's how much I love this color combo. So I am so excited to play with this. There was no way I was not getting this palette. So let's get into it. But first, if we haven't met before, hi, my name is Sherry. Welcome to Makeup Therapy. If you are a makeup enthusiast who enjoys playing with makeup like I do, then you are in the right place. So sit back and relax and forget about everything else for a little while we play with some makeup together. And playing with fun, colorful eyeshadow is one of my all-time favorite things to do. So if that is content you love to see, then subscribe for more. But first things first, let's take a look at some swatches. Alright, so as you can see, I did already do one eye mostly. We'll finish it off along with the other one. Turned out a little bit more Christmassy than I anticipated, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. Alright, so first of all, the palette does not have shade names at all. It's just numbered. So I'm just going to point to which ones I'm using. I'm going to start off with the only two green mattes in the palette. And we're going to do just kind of this swoopy shape. I'm going to start off using this small, flat-ish, but a little bit fluffy brush. This is the Morphe H1. I really want to try to avoid having to cut this at all, so I want to try to not make a mess and try to get it kind of straight right off the bat. I'm going to start with just a teeny tiny little bit so that it's not too dark if I need to fix it. I'm just going to try to get my shape. Now, I want this to be pretty well higher than my lid, because I want to be able to put the shimmer here and still be able to see it. I think that's pretty darn close. So now I'm going to go in and just make this line darker. Oh man, I am going to have to go in and clean up just this little bit here, but that's not too bad. Okay, that's about the depth that I want. So now I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with that lighter green. So I'm going to just take it right on the line and then kind of do like a tap and pull just to kind of blend it upwards a little. And I'm just going to do that all the way down. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to go just a little bit kind of back and forth to make sure I have the kind of blend that I want. So I'm going to go back in with the deeper shade first and just kind of blend it up into the lighter green. Okay, we're already seeing a lot of improvement with the blend. Now I'm going to take kind of a fluffier brush. This is from the Sigma and Samantha Ravindell set. This is the shader crease brush, and it is pretty thin but still fluffy on the top. And this is what I'm going to use to kind of do our final blend on the light green up on the top. This is just going to give it much more of a soft blend look. And I'm just going to take that all the way down just like before. I'm going to wipe it off and flip it over to the cleaner side and just blend out the very edge of that light green. Okay, there we have that part is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up just a little bit right in this area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some micellar water on this really small flat brush. This is from Sigma as well. This is the E46, and this is actually an inner corner shader, but it works really good for this. It's nice and flat. So I'm just going to dip that in some micellar water. Make sure I don't have too much on there where it's going to get out of control. I'm just going to go over just the little bit that I want to cut. I think that's it. Then I'm just going to use this pointy Q-tip to clean it up. Yikes, went a little further than I wanted. Then I'm going to take this same brush and just make sure it's cleaned off really well so no more of that micellar water is on there. And I'm going to take just the tiniest bit of my eye base just to add it back in where we wiped it away right there. I don't really have to cover the whole lid again since I didn't clean off the whole lid. I just need a little bit. All right, now I'm going to take my NYX glitter primer and this Lethal liner brush. This is a 240 pointed liner brush. In my review of the Lethal brushes, I did say for liquid liner. I didn't love this one because of how fat it is here. It was really hard to not get it to go out of control. But for like applying a thin line of the glitter primer or even being really precise with mattes, this does work really nicely for that. So I'm going to take the glitter primer just on this brush and make a really thin line right under here where I'm going to put some shimmer. This is actually a perfect thickness for doing this. It works great. For this particular shimmer that I'm going to use, which one is it? Which one was it? Shoot, which one did I do? That one, okay. This is the shimmer here that I'm going to use, and it's actually, I mean, look how beautiful that is. This particular one is really hard to pick up on that liner brush, so I'm going to use a kind of thicker angled liner, and I can just stamp it on then. I'm going to use this Be Perfect one. It's the BPD02. I grab it with that, and then I'll be able to just stamp it on all the way down. I feel like using the thin liner of the glitter glue and then something like this just to stamp it gives you a really nice amount of control so it doesn't get out of hand, and hopefully you don't have to even worry about cleaning it up afterwards. And if you do, it might just be, you know, just a little bit if it got a little too thick. I'm pretty happy with that though, so let's go ahead and work on this outer wing out here. I'm going to start the wing with the deepest shade in here, which is this one up in the corner. And I wanted something very small and detailed, so I'm going to be using my tiny little Rephr 23 pencil brush. I'm just going to use this to draw the outline of where I want that wing to go. This is going to be tricky getting it even, at least for me. So because my eyes are hooded, I do want to start it a little bit lower than where my lower lash line stops. If it's not at the exact right angle off the bat, it doesn't make that much of a difference because it's going to get shaded in anyway. I'm going to bring it almost to the edge of where the green stops. Now I can see that this one came down a little bit further than on the other side because I definitely had more room over here than I'm going to end up with over here, but that's okay. I'm just going to pull it in. Now I'm kind of going to do the same thing on the inner corner. I'm going to use this tiny one first. Since it's such a small space, this one works just fine to color in or to fill in on the inner corner, but I'm going to grab something a little bigger to fill this in over here. I'm going to use this pencil brush from Spectrum. It's the Midnight Dreams collection, the Cinderella collection. I'm just going to fill this in and bring it in just a little bit. I want to make sure it doesn't look too streaky out here. Now I'm going to use the same pencil brush to color it in. I'm going to move on to this beautiful bright shade down here. I don't know if you can see how really bright it is. I really love this shade. It's so pretty. That's going to be next. I'm going to blend the edge of that darker one and bring this in just a little. I kind of want to do a look where this color is featured just because I think it's so pretty. Okay, same brush still, and I'm going to go into the lightest pink up here. Same thing, blend the edge and bring it in just a little bit. I love this shade too. Beautiful little bubblegum pink. I do want to leave a little bit of a space in the middle. I think that's pretty good. I think I still want to go over this a little bit more because it's still looking a little bit uneven. Not the fault of the shadow at all. It's just I use such a small brush to outline that. You can kind of tell. So I just want to fill it in a little more. Go back in with that bright one again and the light one just to get everything a little more saturated. These are such pretty shades. I love pink and green together so much. I'm going to take some more NYX glitter primer and a really small flat brush. This is from Morphe. This is one of the ones that came out around the holiday, and there's no numbers on these. I'm just going to put the glitter primer in the middle and a little bit over on each side because we're going to use a couple different shimmers. Ugh, on my lashes. Yuck. The first shimmer we're going to go into is this one right up here. Looks like this. Ooh, that's a gorgeous Barbie pink. And then the one that's going to go right in the middle is going to be this one here. This one's quite chunky. Looks like this. Oh, the shade I love so much. It's almost leaning just a tiny bit like lavender, pink and lavender. It's just beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take that first one just on the edges here and pull it out to blend it into the matte. Then I'm going to take that lighter one, put it right down the middle. I'm going to go back into the first one just a little bit on the edge of that other shimmer to get them blended in together a little more. Okay, I think that's going to do it for the shimmer there. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a shimmer right on, just to kind of outline the underside of the wing there. I'm going to use this green shade here. We're going to do it pretty much the same way we did up here. I'm going to use the liner brush to put on the NYX glitter primer and then just stamp it on with that angled brush. This one picks up really nicely with this angled brush. And that's it. Super easy. As long as we have the glitter primer out, I'm going to pop some on the inner corner and then put the inner corner one, which is this one down here. It's a little, I'm pretty sure this is the lightest shimmer. And this one is, oh, that's so pretty. I almost kind of wish I would have used this one. Oh well, I guess we'll stick with this one since that's already on the other side. I'm actually gonna go back to that Sigma inner corner brush and use that. I was just about to say, I hope I don't get it as chunky as I did the other side. And oh, still chunky. The glitter primer will make it look that way sometimes on the inner corner. So I'm just gonna take this other flat brush and kind of just try to spread it out a little. And then on the lower lash line, we're just going to do pretty much the same thing we did on the upper with the mattes. I'm going to follow that. So we'll do the deeper shade on the outer and inner. And then into that bright red, bright pink, whatever it is. And then into the light pink here. I'm just going to take this rougher number 3 and just buff it a little bit to blend the edges. I'm not taking anything extra on the brush. Okay, that'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and finish off, and that was actually a fairly easy look. It really didn't take that much time. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off and use these adorable lashes, and then when we come back, we will do the lip and the blush. Okay, I am back. Let's run through the details, and then we can get to the lip and blush. To tightline the upper lash line, I use the Laura Mercier Tightline Cake Eyeliner. The liner on the top, I used the House Labs. I think this was from like the original launch on Amazon. I'm pretty sure. I think so. I remember. Yeah, it was because I remember people saying how much they liked it, and it was right when they were closing that down. And I wanted to grab it before it went away, but I don't care for this one. It drags, it pulls, it doesn't cover very well. So, I mean, the fact that it's not available anymore, I'm not sad. I, of course, used the lashes from the collection. I don't really like these on me. I don't like this style. I know GlamLite's lashes do tend to be pretty extreme, but the Scooby-Doo ones, I love those so much I bought a second pair. I don't care for these. I did have to cut off about 3 sections, and for some reason there was a lot of extra band at the front to be cut off, but I just don't really love the way these look on me. I don't know. They're not my favorite, but you know, maybe these will be your favorite. I don't know. I don't really like them that much. I probably won't really wear them again. And then to tightline in the waterline, I used this mint one from ColourPop. I was hoping that would help make it not so Christmas-like. And I do really like this one. This is called Icebreaker. But by the way, it took way too long for me to try to figure out what this says. Who makes the decisions to put white lettering on like really light colored packaging? Why? You can't read that. Please stop doing that. And then the lower lashes, not that it really matters that much, but I used the Essence Lash Princess, the pink one that's curl and volume, I think. It's fine. I may have an unpopular opinion here, but I don't really get the hype behind these. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It's fine. It's not great. It's a little clumpy, a little wet. I don't know. It's fine, whatever. Okay, that's everything with the eyes. So let's go ahead and do the blush. I'm actually pretty excited for this. It's such a pretty shade. So here's the outer packaging. There's a little component. It's just cardboard. These feel very, very much like the ColourPop ones. Yeah, it's just cardboard outer packaging. It's pretty cute though, but look at this shade. Oh, it's so pink. You do have a mirror. All right, ooh, it's so pink. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, I'm gonna use a duo fiber brush because I feel like this is gonna be really pigmented and I don't, it's scary, so I don't want it to be too intense right off the bat. This is from Sigma, of course. I only say of course because I own so many stinking Sigma brushes, but they're really good. This one is a duo fiber powder brush. Okay, ooh, let's see. Okay, yeah, I think this is gonna be okay with this brush. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not going to be very pigmented because okay, I see a little bit. Okay, yeah, this is cute. This is cute. I know there's a big difference between what shows up in my monitor and what the video actually looks like, so I can't tell what it's going to look like for you. Ooh, that is such a pretty shade. Okay. Ooh, I love that shade. I love it so much. It goes with this eye look really nicely. Matches the shades great, which obviously it should because it's from the same collection. All right, let's do the other side. Yeah, I don't think you have to be worried about it being too intense right off the bat, unless you have a really, really dense brush, but I love this shade so much. Okay, I really like this shade. I like this blush a lot. Ooh, I like it a lot. I'm gonna grab some pink highlighter since I didn't do any highlighter, and then I think I'm gonna use a pink from the palette to do a brow bone highlight. Okay, let me throw on a pink highlight and then we'll pick out a brow one together. I'm actually gonna use the Star Surfer one from Kaleidos. This is what it looks like. Kind of an icy pink. I'm gonna take this, wait, this is a Morphe brush. Was that in my rougher thing? Okay, whatever. This is a Morphe brush. It's another one from the collection that does not have numbers on it, which is so annoying. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow. Wow. I mean, Kaleidos highlighters are always intense, so I shouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised. I haven't seen them in a while and they're so pretty. It's been a minute since I used them. You know what? Since there's not really a super light shimmer in here and the one that is the lightest is kind of chunky, I think I'm just going to use this Kaleidos one to do the brow bone highlight under here. I just grab a small brush. I'm going to use this Morphe little pencil brush, the H3, and I'm going to spray it. Just going to pop it right here. This highlighter with that blush, oh my goodness. I love that combo so much. Might be seeing a lot of that in the future. All right, let's move on to the lip. The packaging is stinking adorable. So we have a bullet lipstick, very, very, very pink. And then we have a lip gloss, very cute. Let's take a look. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay. Holy smokes, that's bright. That one actually has a decent amount of color for a gloss. All right, let's put these on. I can already tell you right now, this is not going to be a lipstick that I will probably ever wear again. But you know what? She's displayable. Super cute. Okay, there's the lipstick by itself. You know what? It's not as bad as I thought as far as how crazy it's going to look on me, but it suits the eye look, so maybe when I'm doing green and pink looks in the future, maybe. It's not too bad. It is nice and like has a nice tip on it, so you can get up really nice and close. Yeah, this isn't bad actually. let's go ahead and try the gloss on top. I don't know if I just put too much on, but it's pretty messy. But it's smooth and not goopy. Like, it feels nice. What else can you ask for? It's not goopy. Feels nice. I would definitely wear this on its own. I'm not as sure now that I would never wear this lipstick. I don't know, but at least now it has a shot. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so let's talk about everything in the collection. Eyeshadow palette, I know I didn't do a whole lot of, a lot of blending to really see how it blended, but from what I did do, it blended really nicely. The greens blended together great. It didn't take any effort at all to blend, the pinks together, and these shades are really pretty shades. The shimmers I used are gorgeous. I really think the shimmers are beautiful. I think it is lacking something a little lighter and maybe an icier pink. This is the closest we have, but this is very chunky and it's not really that light, but it is a beautiful shade. And speaking of this shade, I think this is the only one that's really kind of on the chunky side and the only one that really gave me fallout. If you saw my video with the GlamLite Scooby-Doo collection, the fallout in that was insane. It was just, it was on another level of fallout. But most of the shimmers were like that one, where they were very chunky. A lot of these are pretty. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, that shade, that's gorgeous. I'm gonna have to use that one again soon, or I'm gonna have to use that one soon. But I think this is the only one really like that. This one, it looks like it's going to be chunky, but it comes off pretty smooth. So I don't think the fallout is going to be that bad. Like, I only used a couple other than stamping these on. But yeah, that lightest one in the middle was the only one that gave me fallout. So I don't think these will be very bad at all. That seems to be the only one in here that's like that. This does have some beautiful shades in it. The shimmers are really pretty. I don't think we didn't use this one. And we also didn't use this one. Oh, those are so pretty. Ooh, that's really pretty as well. Shimmers are really beautiful. And I do love this color story so much. So I'm going to be playing with this again a bit. I can see myself using this quite a bit. My thoughts on the lashes. I don't think they're bad lashes. They went on pretty good. The one thing, I don't like it when the inside parts are too long because that just looks so off with my eyes that are pretty small. It doesn't, usually it tapers down into something a little smaller. This is still pretty big. I don't like the way these look on me, but that's just, my personal preference. They're not like bad lashes. I don't think if you like this style, I don't think you'd be disappointed with these at all. They went on they went on pretty easily. And as I say that, my inner corner is lifting, but that's a me thing. Yeah, not my favorite, but they might be yours. They're not a bad lash. Oh, before I forget, let's talk about the sponge. So, did use this, putting on the makeup. Here is the thing. This does not get very big. It's pretty small. And you also, the biggest part that people normally use a lot is covered by this thing. And this is the only time I've used it, and it's already torn almost all the way off, and I don't even know how. I don't even remember touching that part, but yeah, that's almost all the way off. I won't use this again. I'll clean it off and use it for display, maybe. Where's a box for this? Just like everything, it has some adorable packaging, so I'll probably just stick it back in here, and this is where it'll live. Oh, but I tore it. Oh, no. That's okay. But yeah, I don't think this is that practical to actually use. But again, that's just my opinion. I thought it was really, really small. But yeah, it's pretty small. It has this here on it. And again, maybe it really is only supposed to be for display and not use, which is kind of silly, but probably not. I'm sure they intended for you to use it. So that's that. The lips. It's actually, the shade isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's already gathering at the corners of my mouth though. I've only had it on a few minutes. The color is not as bad as I thought it would be. I actually really like the color with this look, which is surprising. I thought I was going to hate it, but that's a strong word. I don't hate it. I actually kind of like it now. And I do like the feel of the gloss. It feels really nice. It feels really nourishing and smooth and not sticky at all. I really do like the gloss. Oh, there's that. Let me know, are you planning on picking this up? Or what did you like and not like about it. Kind of want to know what your thoughts are. This wasn't a nostalgia purchase for me at all. I mean, I remember Strawberry Shortcake from my childhood. I don't remember having anything that makes me feel any kind of attachment to this whatsoever. The color story, when I saw this, I knew I had to have it. It was really the color story that did it for me. I was really hoping this would be, I don't know, I thought this was really cute. I was hoping this would be a little more functional than it is, but it is what it is. To see some more fun collections, check out my playlist here, and that does include another GlamLite collection, the Scooby-Doo collection, as well. If you haven't seen that, check that out next. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one.